Hey guys, I'm Alexandra. I'm one of the midwives at Weston and Melrose, coming at you virtually to give you some instructions on the kits that we have coming out for our bundle patients and for the COVID-19 telehealth visits. So I'm going to start by just showing you what's in the kit. So it'll come in your purple bag, and in the kit there'll be three things. One is the blood pressure cuff, which we'll go over how to use. Another is the doppler, which we'll also go over how to use. And then the third is your glucola. This is the drink you drink around 28 weeks for your labs to test for gestational diabetes. If we want you to do this, we'll talk about it beforehand. Do not drink this drink unless you've been given instructions to drink it prior to coming in for a lab draw. Otherwise, you can just leave it in your kit or put it in the refrigerator so it'll be cold when you're ready for it. With that, we have instructions about the kits, how to use the Doppler, how to do telehealth visits, and then also the instructions for the glucose drink. All right, we'll go into more in depth. All right, so now we're gonna go over the blood pressure cuff. It's gonna come in this box along with instructions, lots of information, and then instructions on how to properly set up and take your blood pressure in case you need a second way to figure it out. So what will happen is these two items will come in the box wrapped in plastic. Of course, you'll unwrap them. And you have to put in 4 AA batteries for this to work. So you'll get your batteries and you put them in. And then the next step you have to do is to attach your cuff to the machine. So you'll see that this goes into this hole here and your cuff is attached. When you're taking your blood pressure, there are a few things you want to make sure that you're doing. One is that your feet are flat on the floor. You don't cross your legs or have them propped up. So your feet are flat on the floor, your back supported in your chair, and your arm at table height, which will also be the height of this machine. You don't want this to be a lot higher than your arm or a lot lower than your arm. You want your arm and this to be at the same height. So what you'll do is you'll take your cuff. This one's really nice because it's easy to do with one person, and you'll put it on your arm. This doesn't have, yeah, okay. What you'll do is you'll try to line this up with the center of the inside of your arm. So if you can imagine your veins running right here, sometimes you can see one in your crook. You want to line this up with that vein. So slide it up to your upper arm. Then you can tighten by just pulling the strap. And you can see here how this isn't perfectly lined up with my vein. That's okay. I just want it to be showing on this side of your arm. Next, we press start, stop to turn it on. And it automatically starts pumping. So start, stop is power, and it's also go. It's all you have to press. Relax my back into the chair, my feet are flat, and my arm is at table level. You'll also notice that this means that the blood pressure cuff is in line with my heart. That's important. Great. Gave me an error. Let's try again. This is a good time to talk about why we check your blood pressure in pregnancy. A, we want to make sure that you and your baby are safe, and B, elevated blood pressure can be a sign of preeclampsia. So if you get numbers that are greater than 140 over 90, we definitely want you to let us know. All right, so my blood pressure is 138 over 98, so I would need to call and let the clinic know. This will save your results, but I would recommend writing down the time, the day, the time, and your result just on a piece of paper, right, that you can keep with the cuff. All right, so that is how your blood pressure works. Hey guys, a couple more things about the blood pressure cuff. One, if you get an error message, like I did, I would want you to just retake it and see what you get. Also, If it gives you an error message, which came up as E and then a number, you can refer back to your manual here and it tells you what that error means. So for example, E2 means I was moving, okay? And this just tells you kind of how to fix the problem. If that doesn't fix the problem, definitely call and let us know. The other thing is if you get a number that just does not seem right for you, your blood pressure is normally not that high or it's normally not that low, I want you to take it again and then give us a call if it continues. Thanks. This is the drink that you drink to have your blood drawn for gestational diabetes, which means diabetes of pregnancy. We usually do this between 27 and 29 weeks, and it is something that you'll need to come into the office for just to have your labs drawn. But in an effort to decrease the amount of time that you spend in the clinic and less exposure for you, we're gonna go ahead and put this in your kit. You do not need to drink this unless you've been told at a previous visit to drink it prior to coming in for your next visit or prior to coming in for a lab draw. This you see is a 50-gram dose of sugar, basically. So what you'll do is drink the whole thing within 5 minutes. You don't want to sip on it. You want to go ahead and get it down in 5 to 10 minutes. And then for the next hour, you can't do anything but drink water. It's also really important that you get to the clinic in time to have your blood drawn at exactly an hour after you drink this. So I would recommend having everything ready to go so that you don't have any trouble getting kids in car seats or anything like that. Drink this drink and then head our way so that you'll be here in time for your hour draw. With this test, it is okay to eat breakfast or eat before you do it. You just want to avoid excessively sugary foods. So if you typically eat donuts for breakfast and that's what you have every day, then go ahead and do it and drink this drink. If you typically eat granola or yogurt, don't choose today to eat donuts before you drink sugar and then we test your sugar. So that is that. This paper explains everything that I've just said, and at the end you write down what time you finished the drink so that when you get here we know exactly when we need to draw your blood. It's important to note if this comes back high, it doesn't mean you have gestational diabetes, but that we need to do a longer, different test to make sure you do or do not have diabetes. So I tell you that so that you don't worry if you see a high result before you get a call from us. Also in your kit, you get your doppler so that you can listen to your baby's heartbeat. It will come in a box, and in the box, you've got instructions, just like on your blood pressure cuff. And then the doppler comes in 2 pieces. Of note, you need 2 AA batteries for this, and they are included in the box. I've already put them in. They're not included in your blood pressure box. Next, you plug the probe into the machine, and you're ready to go. The kit also comes with ultrasound gel. So you'll want to use a lot of gel when looking for heart tones. It has to have this liquid gel for the ultrasound waves to conduct and to hear your baby's heartbeat. So if you're ever having trouble, just try adding more gel. All right, so the way this works is you're just gonna cut it on, and we'll listen to baby's heartbeat, and then when you're done, you can cut it off. It does show you the beats per minute right here. There's a volume on the side, up and down.